Alright, so in this third and final video, what we're actually going to look at is going the other way. So last time we looked at what happens if we expand it. Now I'm going to give it to you expanded, and what we want to do, and what the directions tell you to do, is we want you to write it as a single logarithm. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to go through and apply our power rule. So like for A, I'm multiplying by 4, multiplying by 3, and what I want to do is I want to be able to rewrite those as exponents. So using our power rule, we can say that that's really log 4 of m raised to the 4th power plus log 4 of n to the 3rd power, and then we're not really changing log base 4 of p. Now, the next thing I want to do is we do multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and we do it left to right. Okay, so I'm going to go left to right, and I'm going to do the addition first. So I'm going to add, which means I want to multiply. So this part here is the same as saying log 4 of m to the 4th times n cubed, and then we still have our minus log 4 of p. And then what I'm going to do is, because I have the minus sign, I'm going to use my quotient rule, which is the first thing is going to go on top, the second thing goes on bottom. Again, we're just using our rules in reverse this time. Okay, so our final answer for this beautiful problem is going to be log base 4, and then I'm going to have on top m to the 4th n cubed all over p. That's how you would express as a single logarithm. Now for b, again, all our rules still apply using natural log as they do using log. So just like we did before, I want to go through for b, and I want to use my power rule. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and this is going to tell me that I'm going to have the natural log of 2 to the 3rd power minus the natural log of 5 squared. Now, hopefully we know that the natural log of 2 cubed is 8, and the natural log of 5 squared is 25. And then I have that minus sign in there, which again means I'm going to use my quotient rule, and that will be the natural log of the first number on top, 8, divided by the second number on bottom, 25. So that's how I would write it as a single logarithm, or a single natural log. Now what I'd like you to do is to look at the try these, and I'd like you to try and see if you can figure out how to work through A and B on your own before you attempt the homework. So I'd like you to pause the video here, see if you can work out A and B, and then when you're ready, go ahead and click play to restart the video. Again, assuming that you actually paused and worked it out, we'll show you how you should have done it, or realizing that you probably just kept playing and said, oh, here he goes. So, just like we did before, we want to take care of our powers, our exponent rule first. Okay, so this becomes log 2 of c squared, c to the 5th power, and that's going to be minus log 2 of n to the 7th power. Okay, now because it's subtraction, I'm going to use our quotient rule, and we're going to say that this is really log base 2 of the first one on top, c to the 5th, divided by the second one, n to the 7th. Okay, so that would have been the answer you should have gotten. For b, again, we do the exponent rule first, and when we work through that, we now have the natural log of 7 squared plus the natural log of 2. We know that 7 squared should be 49, and then because we're adding them together, we're actually going to multiply and use the product rule. So that is the natural log of 49 times 2. And we can actually figure out what that would be mathematically using our handy-dandy calculating device. And you would tell me that your answer should be the natural log of 98. Okay, your homework is to complete the problems at the bottom of the OneNote guide. And I will see everybody next week. Remember that this homework is due at the start of class next week along with the completed note guide. Have a good weekend.